Hey, welcome back for another edition of the Ordinary Old Guy in the Old Garage Gym. And I'm carrying on, continuing my list that's moving along. Going to start to wind down pretty soon. I don't know if maybe we're halfway through here of people that I like to use for myself when it comes to learning about, maybe new techniques, getting stronger, building more muscle, motivation, inspiration, education, all those different things that I like to watch that I've been sharing. So, as a quick recap, and you're welcome to go back and learn what I've talked about, what some of these other people and what I think are their maybe strengths or benefits to you, and maybe what you might be interested in. Is I think we had Athlean X, we got Mountain Dog One was the first one, and Jeff Nippard and the Buff Dudes threw a little bit of a curveball with a couple of world strongmen, and they were Brian Shaw and Eddie Hall. So you can look all those people up by names or what I just said, and they'll pop up easily. They're rather popular and probably rather well known. And so my next one here is perhaps at a point here, I'm going to go back to more so the weightlifting piece, right? Because that was part of my thing. I prefer the weights, doing some bars, trying to have some muscle. Not that I've ever had a lot of muscle. But that being said, this next person here is perhaps at the point in time in which they are a living legend. And I didn't know this, and it may be incorrect, but it seems to me that this person entered the picture frame around the same time that I went back to the gym. So for me, over this period of time, I went back to the gym and started working out, made some good gains, got some muscle back, and now I am where I am. And this other person in that same time frame has managed to achieve 6 Mr. Olympia titles in the classic physique. So you don't know who I'm mentioning, I don't know now. Of course, that's Mr. Christopher Bumstead, or Chris Bumstead, or C-Bum, as some people may say. So you can certainly check him out. I think it's at C-Bum, I'm not sure, as far as the exact piece. So he's on my list. I didn't come across him until maybe a little bit later on and whatnot. And here's why he's there. For one, I would have to say, okay, because I still have some other people on this list coming that are really big, strong people. People who have been, dedicated their lives to working out and whatnot. And again, some of them being more focused on fitness and whatnot. I'm going to come across those. If I took all of those people, and I mean even some people that, I could just think of historically, and I were to think, okay, if I were to want to start over and try to figure out how to lift weights and get big and strong, I think it might be this guy, because he does produce videos that shows him doing his workout routines. Does he have things like, here's my routine and here's what I'm doing? No. Does he have some supplements? Yeah, he's affiliated with some supplements. His journey's been all about him trying to do the Olympia, being very personal, being very open, seems to be a very personable person, shares a lot of inside what's going on, the struggles, the difficulties, the challenges of trying to stay motivated and dedicated when you're on this constant grind of work, especially at that level for him. And for some of us, that might be our mentality anyways. We might have that kind of mentality where, even though we're just going to the gym after work or something, we're going to the gym. And it can sometimes start to feel like that. So I think it's not just his workouts. For sure, he'll show workouts that he does, and that can be inspirational. As far as his physique and his strength and what he's doing. He's done collaborations with other people. It's just his attitude, really. It is a big part of that. And getting more focused back on why I think he's sort of in a golden level here when it comes to what he does, at least for me, is his workout. If you watch his form, the way he moves the weights, I mean, it's picture perfect to me. It's just, to me, my opinion. I have no idea if other people think, like, you know, maybe they criticize his form and what he's doing is too slow, or he should do this or whatever. The way he handles his weights, the way he goes into full stretched positions, the way he works the muscle, you see it in his reps of going to a failure piece where, you know, he's at that failure point and he's got the partial rep, maybe one more and that's it, and he drops it. He looks so ridiculously smooth no matter what he's doing. And if I get back into this, I am going to do my best to try to emulate that technique of just going, you know, because I'm not going to lie, I want to get it done, I want to knock it out, I want to push a bunch of weight. So that might be a lesson to be learned there. So that's why he's there, and why I still continue to watch what he's got going on. I'm going to continue to see where he's going to go with what he's doing, and this would be my sort of talk. Okay, different peeps, yeah, okay, we do this exercise. But man, I don't know. I when I see him doing an exercise, I can't help but think, man, look at that. It's like so smooth and consistent, but the intensity's there. It's not like he's getting all crazy, but he brings it. I mean, that's probably how I would like to do things. So, if again, going back towards, hey, muscles getting big, getting strong. Again, he's not a large poster of like, here's a workout routine to do. Do this routine. Do this. Do these things. No, he's not giving you a breakdown. I'm doing this many sets of this and that and whatever and whatnot. But I think if you just watch his form and just pay attention to that, that's a gigantic piece. And just, you know, listen to the guy, because he's down. Sounds like he's down to earth. And that's where I like to be, right? An ordinary old guy. So just like most people, just trying to live life and do what you can. So I hope this is a helpful thing. This is, some of you may not have looked at an Olympian bodybuilder as your inspiration, but many of you may already have. But that's the point I want to highlight when it comes to him, and that is when he's doing videos and he's showing his workout, look at the way he does it, his form. It's unbelievable to me. So hope that helps. Again, I'm going to mix things up. I'm going to keep things mixed up. Maybe you're like, well, you know, I'm not trying to be an Olympian, you know, I get those, but, you know, he's using stuff and this and that, you know, and that's a little bit different than where I am. And, you know, so fine. Yeah, he can do that because, you know, whatever. Again, like, I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to have different people on here that are like, hey, maybe it's just, I'm just trying to still trying to look good. I'm still trying to be fit and whatever and whatnot. So stay with me, come back again, and see who I'm going to bring forth next on the list of the people that I'm sharing with you, that I will check out and look and watch, that help me stay at least mentally in the game of like, okay, you know, getting back on the horse, being fit, staying in shape, moving some weights around, being inspired, learning things, and being entertained at the same time. Okay? All right. So thanks for stopping by.